Hi friends, I am Miss Cherry with Ventura County Library. Thank you for joining me tonight for Bedtime Stories. Let's start with a silly joke. What is the strongest animal in the sea? What is the strongest animal in the sea? Mussels! All right, friends, let's start with a stretch. Let's wiggle our fingers and open our arms up wide and give the world a hug. And then let's wrap ourselves up tight and give ourselves a hug. Arms wide, give the world a hug. And wrap yourself up tight and give yourself a hug. And let's grab some flowers and a bubble wand and smell the flowers. And blow the bubbles. Smell the flowers. And blow the bubbles. Last time, let's smell the flowers. And blow the bubbles. Okay, let's see. What do we do to get ready for bed? We brush our teeth are really good. Get way in the back, both sides, tops and bottoms. And we have to put on our pajamas. Maybe wash our face or take a bath. We need a special lobby. What else? We have to sing songs and read books. So let's sing our song about reading together. You sing it with me? Let's sing on 3. 1, 2, 3. The more we read together, the more we read together, the happier we'll be. Read big books and small books and short books and tall books. The more we read together, the happier we'll be. Nice singing, friends. Give yourself some applause. All right, tonight we have 2 stories, and our first story is called It's Not a Bed, It's a Time Machine. Whoa, we're going to go back in time. Oh, look, I already see a dinosaur. I think that's what it is, peeking out. Whew, this is going to be an interesting story. Let's see. And it's written by Mickey Rapkin, and thank you to Macmillan for allowing us to share this book tonight. It's not a bed, it's a time machine. Good night, kiddo. Be brave. You're the boss of bedtime. Me? Brave? I wasn't so sure. Bedtime means lights out with dark corners and spooky sounds. Don't be afraid of bedtime, Floppy said. This isn't a bed, it's a time machine. Think about it, Floppy said. You brush your teeth, you get under the covers, and then what? Bam, it's morning. Where did the hours go? It's kind of true. Close your eyes and imagine your next adventure. Then it's blast off in 5, 4, 3, 2, fun! You know what I saw next? I'll give you one Tyrannosaurus guess. What do you think you saw? Dinosaurs! Hundreds of them. Wow, that looks amazing. Are they playing basketball? I didn't know dinosaurs played basketball. Whoa, wait a minute. Is this safe? Floppy mumbled. But I was already climbing a tree branch, which wasn't a tree branch at all. What do you think it was? It was a dinosaur! Floppy shouted, "Run!" Then the dinosaur licked my hair. What would you do if a dinosaur licked your hair? You're not scary, I said. You just want to play. So we played fetch with his giant bone. And we played connect the dots with the twinkly stars. It would have been awesome to hang out for 6 billion years, but I started missing home. We tried to leave, but my new friend wouldn't stop nibbling on my sock. I don't think he wants to be alone, Floppy whispered. But you're not alone, Dino Pal, I said. The other dinosaurs are always nearby. He had his family. Now it was time for me to see mine. Floppy and I climbed back into the time machine. Be brave, Floppy whispered. You're the boss of bedtime. When I opened my eyes again, the sun was peeking through. Look at your hair, my mom said. What happened? I had a dream my bed was a time machine and dinosaurs licked me and maybe it wasn't a dream after all. End of his sock is nibbled off. And there's those dinosaurs riding bikes and dancing and singing. I just didn't know. That was a fun bedtime story. It's called It's Not a Bed, It's a Time Machine, and you are the boss of bedtime. So, yeah, good book. Good message. All right, friends, let's see. What shall we do now? I think we should sing a song. Or maybe we could tell a story. How about we do our oral story, Little Clapping Mouse? Do you know that one by now? Hopefully you know part of it. At least you know at the end of each line, we clap our hands twice like this. Ready? Little clapping mouse. Behind the tree and under the house, there lived a teeny tiny mouse. She loved to sing. She loved to tap. But most of all, she loved to clap. She clapped all night. She clapped all day. She clapped to frighten the cat away. Scare the kitty away. Ooh, our mouse is safe and can go to sleep now. Nice and safe and curled up in her bed. But before we go to sleep, we have another story. And it's we're traveling back in time again. This story is called Ronan, the Librarian. And it's written by Tara Luebbe and Katie. And Ronan, the Librarian, thanks to Roaring Book Press. And it's illustrated by Victoria Moderna. All right, let's see. What do we have here? Ronan was a mighty barbarian, a leader of his people. He invaded, he raided, and back home he traded. Ronan was legendary for finding the best pillage, gold, jewelry, weapons, and tools. Everyone wanted to trade with him, until one raid went horribly wrong. "What's this?" he roared. "This is worthless." Ronan tried to barter, but no one would make a deal. What is it? Barbarians don't read books. How sad. Ronan took the book home. What am I going to do with this useless thing? Kindling, origami, toilet paper? No, don't do that. Then a picture caught his eye. Ronan read the first sentence, then a paragraph, then a page, and before he knew it, he had devoured the entire chapter. He read until the moon was high in the sky. The next day, Ronan didn't meet any reading parties. He must have overslept, said Crom. Let's go wake him. Ronan, you Dougal, what are you doing? Asked Gunnar. I'm reading. This book is epic. Do you want to borrow it? His friends were right. Ronan took the book away and went raiding like a good barbarian. But he couldn't stop thinking about the book. When the raid was over, he charged home and read straight through until the end. Ronan was hooked. He needed a new book, so he invaded and raided and read. I don't know if that's a good thing. He invaded and raided and read. He invaded and raided and read. The fierce raider became the fierce reader, and soon his massive collection threatened to devour him. Wow. So Ronan came up with a solution to tame the beast. He built a library. He even threw a grand opening celebration. But barbarians don't read books. Crom judged the books by their covers. Too sparkly, too kissy, too wimpy. Gunnar valued brawn over brains. Reading doesn't have a point. Spears have points. Helgi was too busy to read. How could Ronan get his people to see that books were treasures? Oofta, I must conquer my own village, he declared, and he picked up his book, held it high, and began to read aloud. The troll roared as Odin snatched the urn of Unkar and raced to his ship. The crew rowed out to sea when out of the depths rose the terrifying Kraken. Odin held on to the urn for dear life as he drew his sword. But the shipbuilders continued sawing. The blacksmiths didn't stop hammering, and the potters kept on spinning their wheels. It was a crushing defeat. At daybreak, Ronan went to his library. Oofta, I've been invaded. Uh-oh. And raided. What was in the urn? Did he clobber the Kraken? What did Odin do next? It was his greatest victory yet. The library was full of barbarians. Ronan quickly laid down the law. He issued library cards, he recommended books, and he read to the younglings. It turns out barbarians do read books. Ronan was a mighty librarian, a leader of his people. They invaded and raided, and they read. That was Ronan, the librarian, taking us back in time again. Okay, let's come back to the present. We're in the here and the now. And that was our last story for tonight. And it's time for us to rest our heads. But before we do, let's do our bedtime rhyme. Ready? We need one of what? What do we need one of? One fluffy quilt for my bed. 2 soft pillows for my head. 3 teddy bears to hold on tight. 4 kisses for a restful night. And 5 big hugs. Then out goes the light. Good night, friends. I hope you have sweet dreams. Let's draw a circle on our foreheads and pop in a good dream. And we'll see you at the next story time.